Hey, some friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims, and this is episode 9 of Generation 2 of the Family Dynamics Challenge. Jade is moving into the house. Jade is Martin's girlfriend, if you are new here, and she is moving into the big old Vasquez house with the founder of this challenge, her children, Martin, which is the second generation, and this is a big day in their relationship. So I'm just going to transfer some of her money over and we'll get her all moved in. Oh, and everybody that lives in this house has to have a job because Scarlett raised these kids, right? So she is going to get a job because she didn't have one before. Now, Jade doesn't really know what she wants to do, so she's just going to take an office job. I think she doesn't really have a passion for anything, so she's going to take an office job and we'll see where that takes her. She is into gaming like Martin because they connected about that, but she just doesn't really have the confidence to go into that so early in her career, so we're gonna let her do that. And on another note, Scarlett has begun working on her audiobook for her recipes, so now, the Lindsay will read you the recipes as you cook. So she's working on that because she's still trying to buy a place in Tartosa. So she needs a little more money. And she's also working on a second book. No, is it third book? Third book. So this is a memoir and not a cookbook. So again, she's expanding her horizons, trying to make some more money. And it's called Out of the Pot Into the Flame, which is a little play on her being a chef, and it's just about her rough upbringing and how she moved to Sulani and things like that. So Martin has updated, well, he's completed his aspiration. And so, if you play the Family Dynamics Challenge or you've been watching all these videos, you have to complete the aspirations as part of the challenge before moving on to the next generation. So he is a computer webmaster at this point. He has new interactions. I've never had a sim create this aspiration, so please let me know if there are any fun things I should look out for. But so far, I'm a little ahead of this and I haven't seen any, but please let me know. And I will have to figure out what his next aspiration is because, I never like to have my Sims without any aspirations. Then they're all work and no play. Speaking of play, Jade is pregnant, and this is pretty soon after she's moved in. I feel like she hasn't even been here that long, but she's pregnant. So I guess it's perfect timing for her move in. And she's just going to share with Martin the exciting news that she is now pregnant. I'm really excited because I'm ready to start Generation 3. I have tons of ideas. And it's interesting. I've played a little further, and the gender didn't turn out to be the gender I thought it would be. Not gonna say what it is, but I had to like redirect some plans. So, I got to where I need to be. But this is exciting news. I'm not gonna jump too far ahead. We're just gonna enjoy life with baby and Jade being pregnant at this point. I think this home needs some more like family energy. Even though the family is there, Scarlett is thinking about her next move, and Riley wants to move out. Amber's thinking about college. So I think this family needs a little bit more of something that'll bring them closer together. So hopefully this new baby does that. With news of the baby, Riley is like, I gotta get the hell up out of here, and these paintings is not getting me to my new apartment in San Mai quick enough. So he's gonna take on a side job, and because he didn't finish high school, he doesn't have that many options. So he's gonna do some manual labor. He does like repairing stuff. So hopefully this gets him a little more money so he can get up and out of this crowded house. Riley also wants to take some time to apologize to Scarlett because he knows how difficult he's been. And he also wants to promise her that, even though he didn't finish high school, he has a plan. He's going to be a successful person. He's not going to mess up the legacy of the family, even though he's not our star legacy, but he don't know that. And so he is just going to let his mom know that everything's going to be okay. He's just figuring himself out. So hopefully they will be in a better place after this conversation. I think Scarlett is open to it. Scarlett is, she's just family oriented and she really doesn't want to have any issues with her children at this point. Now it's time for a little bit of a time jump because if you aren't aware, this is episode 9, and last gen, in episode 9, that was the end of the generation. I don't think that's going to be it for this generation. We'll see. But it's time to speed things up and start getting to generation 3 because I'm starting to feel the monotony a little bit and I can't handle that. So you can see Martin is very excited, and if you've done this a million times in your game, you know what is coming next. Generation 3 has begun, and so the baby's name is Mateo, and it's another M name, so if you're new here, Martin's father's name is Miguel, so Miguel, Martin, and Mateo. Now, listen. I thought this baby was going to be a girl, or I had planned for it to be a girl, and I guess I could have cheated to make that happen, but I did not. But yeah, so I thought we were going to have a girl, and I had a whole plan of what I wanted that storyline to be. Now I know that Martin and Jade can have other kids, and maybe they will, but I'm trying to wrap this generation up, so I'm not planning for other kids. So this really threw me, and I had to pause a little bit to kind of figure out what was going to happen with this baby. But you guys, I figured it out of how I'm going to play this storyline. I really hope it works out. I have a whole plan of what Mateo will be like. And let me know if you guys wanted to see a girl sim or a boy sim and how you feel. I figured that there's also another LP with 2 female sims. If you don't watch that, it's a rich legacy. The link is in the description. And that LP is not going anywhere anytime soon. So maybe it's fine if we have another generation of male sims. Just let me know in the comments what you think. Either way, I'm excited that Mateo is coming into the sim save file. Now, the moment has finally come for Riley to move out. He officially is ready to live in San Mai, and his apartment is all set up for him. He finally had enough money to get up out this Sulani home, and he's ready to be on his own, to be a painter. Now, unfortunately for us, that means we may not see him as much because the story is not about him, but he will be off in the sim world living his best life. And if you want to know where I got this home from, let me know. I downloaded it from the gallery and I think I tweaked it a little bit. Also, it should look a little familiar because it's the same. Sorry guys, I'm terrible with these camera directions. Pray for me. So it's the same home that the Lawrences started out in. Watch the Rags to Riches challenge if you haven't, but it looks completely different. It just shows how you can really make a different house, a different apartment, depending on how you style it. And so, of course, Riley brought his easel, and he has everything he needs in this studio apartment. I'm really happy for him because he figured it out on his own. Unfortunately, he's gonna have some rodents stop by, but that's just part of the whole starving artist situation, and hopefully he can get himself up out of this. But at least he'll have peace and quiet because I know Riley was not trying to be living up in that house with a baby. And so at least he will have peace and quiet to paint until his heart is content. And I can't wait to hear what you all think about this episode. There has been a lot of changes. It's a short episode, and I know I try to make them concise, but I just feel like so much was happening in this episode that it couldn't be too long. I think everybody needs to digest this episode a little bit. And also there has been some change in schedules. So I will be having Family Dynamics Challenge on Mondays and just doing a Rich Legacy whenever I can. So let me know what you think about that. And I'm Simtomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.